second list. We have done arrays also, and in the this one matrix we stop, right? So I'll be continuing this matrices. So I'll just go right away to the RStudio. This step. Okay, I'll share this link also to chat box. So it's still here. It's already shared. Okay, you can download and see. This is our first class. This one will be our second class. This is the one. So I'll just continue that what we have done so far. So we have previously some this environment are there, like we have assigned some values variable. So we'll just clean up all the environments by using. So I'll just you can see, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
so we have done in matrices. So we'll do today. Just I'll continue that matrices. So yeah, for matrices, we assign uh, we assign the data, then we give the this one. This is the vector. We assign numbers of row, numbers of columns, and if you want to give the dimensional name, that is column names and row name, we assign using these dim names. So we'll just create one matrices. I think you are aware by now. So just we'll create matrix and we'll give the range of this 1 to 9. Just let's give, and let's just assign the row equal to 3 and column equal to 3. So in this way, previously also we have created the matrices, right? So you can also assign in another way, like by assigning only the row name, row name also. Suppose I'm giving only the row. So this also one way you can assign, but the number should be divisible. The matrix should be divisible by this one row number. We have number 1 to 12, so 3 into 4. The dimension is 3 into 4, so it should be divisible by the row or column number should be divisible the matrix of the vector. So in this way you can create a matrix. Then we have also like if suppose you want to create a matrix. Let's see here we have in column wise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like this. We can also assign the number 1 to 12 range by assigning by putting this by row equal to true. So number has been done numbering in 1, 2, 3 in row terms. If you give by default it takes false. So in that way you can do. And now let's fills the column wise. Okay. I'll just show one matrix. matrix with row and column. And the last time we have some little bit confusion. I think because of the syntax errors, we had something fill in with rows and column names. I'll just copy the previous one. Description 5. So here, see, I'm giving the matrix range 1 to 9. A row as 3 into 3. It will be in matrix format. It will be in 3 into 3. Then I have given by row through. That means in a row the number will go on. Then I have list the name of the column name and the row name. So let's run it. So we have assigned the column names and row names ABC and XYZ. So in that way, using this function dnames, also name the rows and columns name. Or else you can just check it like this also. Column names. If you just check, it will give the columns and row names. So in this way, you can check all the row names and column names also. Then we have okay. You can change the. Let's just change the row name and column names and. Matrix 5. Assign C. We have 3 rows and 3 columns, right? A1, let's give A2, A3. X2. So we have so we want to change the row name and column name, right? Not 5. Just so this is our matrix. We can assign like this. If we assign the, you can change the name of the matrix row name and column name also. Or matrix can be created by vectors also without giving the range also. So I have shown you last time, I think matrix by vector. So just let's give matrix. Let's give assign matrix 6. Vector 1. We'll give row and row. Let's just give one. How much number we have? Let's just give 5 and let's give by row through. This one, in this one, you can use only, you can use capital T also, you can use like this also. You can write full as true. It will take it as the same. Just give. matrix. So in this way also you can create a without giving the ranks also you can assign the vectors and you can make a matrix like this also. So let's just access matrix element using the index. So we have mat 6, right? Yeah. Let's find out row number 2 and column number 2. So we'll just find row 2, column number 2, and it's giving value 4. This is the number. In that way, you can find out the index by assigning the index number using column name and row number. Then we have after that. Regarding last time, we have some. I think by now you know. No? Last time we have selecting the matrix using column number and row number. Suppose like in here. Last time one. Let me check last time one. Just assign. I just make one matrix then. Matrix. So let's access matrix by assigning the row, selecting the row and columns. First is row. Last time we have a confusion with this one. Row. I'm giving row 1, 2. And I'll assign, let's just give 2, 3. 2, 3. So it is selecting only the row of 1 and 2 and columns of 2 and 3. This is the row and this is the column we are assigning. So 1 and 2, row of 1 and 2, that is, and columns of 2 and 3, 2, 3. So 2, 3, and 5, 6. In that way also you can select the particular column and rows and you can assign some variables like this you can assign, and if you want to extract out one from a particular matrices you can do that way. And you can also you can also modify the matrices also. That is one way, modify the elements. Suppose M3 to M3 to 5. This one also, I think I have done M3, and just let's give modify element single element in matrix. Let's just modify this. Um, you can directly assign. Suppose I'll give some 100. So the matrices of this column number 2 and row number 2 has been changed to 100. So you can assign or modify in this way. So the matrices. Then you can also modify by like some other ways also by just putting like suppose mat matrix 3. So I'll just assign mat 3 less than 5 0. So all the numbers which are less than 5 has been changed to 0. So you can assign, you can modify the element in this way also of matrices. Then we have other matrix operation. Suppose let's just assign new matrix. So some operators we have operation matrix operation. So in matrix operation we have transpose, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So first just matrix just let's say trans matrix so this is our matrix 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, we have five rows and 3 columns. I'll just by using this function t uh, you can transpose the matrix. Just have a look. So in this way you can transpose. So this is our original matrix. Then this is after it has been transposed. So using T and assigning the matrix name, you can transpose the matrix. Then we have addition, subtraction, also. Let's just let's just try this one as transpose. Transpose. Then we have addition. Suppose like P. Suppose these are the two matrices. We have two matrices. Addition, you can just give P plus Q. Then subtraction P minus Q. Then we have multiplication P into Q. In this way, you can do multiplication or even divide as a P divided by Q. So in this way, you can manipulate the matrices. Then,
Excuse me, sir.
yeah,
Sir, can you please record the session?
okay, wait, okay.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Subhash, I'll do it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You should have started. You should have reminded us before. I was start.
It's recording. So,
Record.
vectors, we are seeing that vectors is a special case for like one-dimensional array type. In vector, it takes only one type of special type of data. Either it may be characters or numeric or integer something. Whereas in list, it takes variety of object under one name. And in matrix, we know it is a special case two-dimensional array. And array is also a type where it takes lots of, it can takes lot of dimension, any dimension. So we have another data type also called factor. It's a data structure which we use to categorize the data and store. It may be organized or unorganized. It can take both integers and string. These are very useful for data analysis or modeling, especially in case of differential gene expression factorial type. So I'll just demonstrate how to create a factorial. And so going back now, factor factors. Suppose let's create a vector. Create a vector. It is used for it's a type of data structure used for categorizing the data, right? So we'll just create some category. Suppose we'll take marital status. Now we have a single, married, uh, let's just give diverse, see diverse. Just give more one data, single. This is our vector. This is our vector. Then, so just let's look the class. And not so it's in character. So we'll create marital status as factor. We'll assign this factor. So we have a special function called factor. Then you just put this vector name and status. So, so now it has been converted into factor. So we have a level C. So they have categorized into levels like diverse, married, single. Here in our vectors, in our data, singles are repeated, right? But these are the level, these are the category, these factors categorize the data in such a way. So we have just, if you want to see the class also, you can see here now. So now it has been converted in factor. Before it was in character. Then suppose like let's just copy paste. Suppose let's just assign. You can directly assign factor form also by directly assigning the giving this factor function and assigning the vector. So we have labels, female, males, like that. In that way, you can also order of factor. Suppose this order factors. There is also a function called order. Suppose I assign. I'm just assigning that taking previous previous factor, previous data, this data. Then I'm keeping the labels as single, married, diverse, and making it into order as true. So if you, so it has been assigned like according to this order, single, married, diverse. In that way, using the order function, you can order also in factor. You can manipulate. You can just see the levels also by just entering the levels. So it will show the levels if you put the levels in. Then since we have order greater, you can just see the minimum. Even though minimum, you can just minimum, maximum also you can see that it will show single. This is the one. In that way, you can check, you can manipulate in factor. Then we have other also function like generating the levels using other function. Let's just make it generate levels. Suppose let's just assign here. So this is the GL is the function in generating the level. A tree, or let's just give labels equal to C. Let's just give some random words. Hi, hello, or hey. This one first number 3 means it will replicate into 3. Hi 3 times, hello 3 times. Then we are assigning vectors how many data. That is, we need I have assigned 4, so I need to put one more character. So just let's leave it. So let's run. A. So see here it is generating the levels high. Yeah, and 4 times. Okay. What I say is different, wrong. So it is replicating into 4 times, and it is taking only 3 data because I have assigned only the 3 data. It's not taking A. So you can make it 4, then it will show A also. Before it was not showing A, right? So in this way, you can generate their levels. Then we have others accessing the factor component. Factor. Previous one. Factor. Okay. Just let's access factor component. This is our factor. We'll just try to access one. Just let's give one. So it's showing single. Component 1 is single. In that way, you can assign by giving the index number. Then we can also modify the factor component. Let's just give modify factor component. We'll just post m factor. We'll assign the index number. One is single, right? So we'll just assign another one, whether it's changed or not. So actually it's in character, so diverse. It should be in the levels. It should be here. The component should be from the levels. It should be included in the levels. If you assign other, it won't take. So we'll just put assign diverse. Then we'll just check m factor. So first component has been changed into diverse. Before it was single. So in this way, by putting the index number, you can change the component also. Then we have only 3 levels, right? Diverse, married, single. So we can also add levels also, like another category. So let's just try that. Add levels. Add level. We are levels. Okay. Add new level. We have to levels. Then we have to give the name of our factor. Ours is m factor. M factor. Then we have to assign the new levels. See, levels, m factor. Then we'll give we shall give widow. Okay, sign run. And if you run this level, so we have added widow, see, and if you run m factor, These are, I have added the window in the levels. It is not adding to the component because I'm not adding to the component. I'm just adding the levels. I'm just adding one addition category. So if you want to add category or one new component, you can, same as like before, you can add assigning, let's give, because in our component window is not there, you can just assign to this, and so you can add the component in the. So after that, we have another data type also called data frame. So these are the various ways you can do like manipulation in factor. Uh, you can explore. I'm just giving the basic. There are so many data frame. So data frame, it's a tabular format to array in which each column contains value of one variable and each row contains one set of value from each column. So it's a two-dimensional array. So some of the characteristics of data frame are the column name should be not be empty, row name should be unique, the data stored in the data frame can be numeric also, factors also, character. And in this data frame, it preserves all the, like if the column name, column is in numeric, it preserves that data. And if second column is in factor, it preserves that, or if it is in character, it preserves that. And each column should contain same number of the data item. I'll just show the demo data frame. So we'll just let's just create data. Let's just create one data frame using vector. Suppose we have our names. Let's just assign C character A. Let's give A B C D A B C 1 2 3 4. Okay, let's just give A B C D E data name. Then let's just give ID. ID, instead of writing number, just let's give the range 1. Since this data name also has 5, so I'll just assign ID name 5. Then let's just give roll number, C 1 1 2 2 3. So these all are the vectors. So I have to create now a data frame, combining all this create. So data, just let's give data frame, data. So in order to create a data frame, we use this function data frame. So we have to give all the vectors name here, assign it the vectors name, data names, data ID, data. We have No. So if you run, so we have assigned into a data frame. So we have name in a column, ID, and roll number. So in that way, you can create a data frame. You can also check the dimension by using the function dim dimension and giving the data frame name. So we have five rows and three columns. 5 rows and 3 columns. Then other things, or else you can, using these functions, you can see the structure of the data frame, your data, how the data look, data using str data. Yeah. So you just give. So see, it's a data frame. It has 5 observation, 3 variables. Data name is a character, data ID is a integer, and roll number is a numeric that it gives. Then extracting a specific columns, you can also extract. I'll just show. Extract a specific column. So we have a data frame F. If you want to extract this specific column, you can just use $sign, then you give the data columns name. Then this is our, in this way you can extract the specific column. Then we have on this, or else you can make it like this as well. Suppose that, so let's just write here data extract. Let's just extract data dot frame. Let's just extract two columns, data F dollars, data name, and so in this way also you can extract data frame by assigning the columns name. Then you can add columns also. Suppose let's just add to the previous data one column. Add one column. Add one column. Suppose we have this is our previous data, right? So let's just add age. So we have 5 rows, right? So let's give them the 12, 23, 24, 3. Let's just give double digit 34, 45, 56. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we'll give, let's just assign one new data frame then. Data dot frame and data And this is our previous data frame, right? So we just add data frame, then comma, age. Then if you check, we have added this one age and assign as a new data frame. So in this way, you can add columns in a data frame also. Then add columns, then you can also display specific row or column by assigning the index value, index number. Display specific rows. So let's just display data F1. Then we have, let's just keep 1 to 2 and the rest row. So what it is taking is it's taking a row of from 1 to 2. Then the column, I'm not assigning the column, so it's taking all the columns. So it's displaying only the 2 rows. Like this, in this way, you can check out, like, or else you can also assign only 1 row also, then it will display only the 2 second rows. And if you put a column, then it will show only one very specific, or else you can also assign in this way. That is, you can check out or you can extract out you giving the index number of the columns number and rows number. Then let's just create a let's just create so let's just create one more data frame and see. Data frame. Let's just create ID. See. Directly you can assign instead of declaring one variables and assigning as a vector. Here I have done like data name, data ID, roll number, like that, right? So you can at one go you can create like ID. Suppose 1, 1, 2, 15, comma. Then let's just assign suppose name equal to C 11 to 15. So we have 5 name, 5 AA, BP, CC, DD, EE, comma. Then let's just add another more roll number C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then let's just write admission date. We can also assign the date by just using the function known as s.date. So we have to assign the date. It should be in double bracket. 2021 01 01. So I have, so just let's run it. So we have created a data frame by assigning. So just let's look at the structure. So we have integer, character, numeric, factor. We have other function called string as factor, known as I'll just write here string as factors. In data frame, if when we assign the data frame, this string factor by default it takes as a false. This string factor is used for disabling the property. You just check. You just see. I'll just assign string factor. This is false. Mhm. Wait, okay. Let me just check once. So see, the difference is by default, it even if you don't put string factors as string factor as true. By default, it takes it as a true. What we are doing is when we run this data frame, right? Even if we don't declare string as factor equal to true, uh, it is by default itself is taken as true, and the data structure is in factorial form. So if we declare it as a string as factor false, we are removing this factor, like the levels. We are removing the factor. So that's the difference here. Here factor name is in terms of factor. Then when we declare it as a false, it's taken as a character. So that's the main difference I want to show. So there is a string factor, extracting rows and columns. That's it, time 3. I can continue, right?
No,
Hello?
if people have doubt, you can stop. Paul.
Yes, ma'am.
Students,
Yes, ma'am.
shall we
Yes, ma'am.
continue? Shall we go?
You can access, right, what I'm writing this R script. If you go here, the link which I have sent you, right? If you go and click this one, whatever I have written, it will open. This is our class 2. This is our first class. It will be there. I'll keep it as open. Like, as long as you have the link, you can access. So whatever I have written here, yes,
Last class, who recorded Paul? I recorded it or you recorded?
ma'am, I recorded.
Not now, last, previous one, first class.
Ma'am, you recorded that one.
I recorded. I'll send the recordings to the students. Madangi,
Ma'am.
yeah,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
asked for it. I was waiting for the today's class to go.
Okay,
Paul
ma'am.
will send that. I will send that first recording to you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
To all, to all.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Proceed for half an hour, Paul.
Okay, ma'am.
Now it's
3.
3. Go for
3.
3:30. We'll leave then.
Okay.
Okay. Proceed, Paul. And the next class will be the last class for hour, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay then. Okay then, Paul. Continue.
Okay. So same as like in factor, we can also add different one data like columns. Suppose if we want to add, same as in the previous one, extracting rows and columns, you can also extract by assigning the columns name using $sign, or else you can extract the column and row by giving the index number. So I won't show you that. I think I'll just show one important one, adding. This is our data, right? Data F3. So data frame 3, you can add, suppose we want to add department, you can add by assigning, same as like previous one, bio, chem, micro, ENV, environmental science, physics, 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more. Native chemistry. So if you run, so I have added this column department. In that way you can add, then what else? You can also, suppose I want to add 2 data frames together, right? So like I'll just copy and paste from here, okay? I'll just copy this. I'll create one. So this is our new data frame. So we have a data F3 and data frame 4. So this is our data. So this is our data frame 3, and we have a data frame 4. So this is our, okay, I haven't, yeah, this one I need to do. So this is our data frame 3 and data frame 4. So I'll change the column name. It's different, right? Admission date and AD date. So I'll make it same. I think hope it's all the same now. So I want to combine this because it has same columns number. So I'll just add up this data to fresh data frame. So what we do is we have a function called rbind. So I'll just combine the data. Just write bind. So we have a function called rbind to combine these two data frame. So we'll just create data. We'll just give the data frame name. F4. So this is our data frame. So I have added these two columns. I have combined both the data frame. So in that way you can add data frame, or else if you want to delete one particular row, also we have a function called like for deleting just a component, deleting component. Let's just write deleting component. So we have our data frame is data bind, right? So I want to delete this department column. So I'll just assign data bind, then assign the department, DPT column name, then all in capital null. Then you run it. Then now we have see the column has been deleted, department column, using this null function. So in that way you can do. Then I'll just show you some if and else if, how in R it is run. So we have a if else, also else if. You can run else if this loop, switch loop, repeat, then while, then for loop. In R you can write. In R also you can run. So I'll just share a bit. Suppose if, suppose let's just give if A is greater than 5, then we have to run syntax print A is greater than 5. Then let's just give else if then bracket A equals to 5. Then we have print A is equal to 5. Then else curly bracket, then print A is less than 5. So for me, I have written if A is greater than 5, then print. If it is true, then it will run this loop, it will print this loop, and if A is equal to 5, it should print this line, and if else A is less than 5. So I need to assign the value of A. So I'll just assign the value of A as A equal to, or else you can just write A. In this way, so you can assign A 6. So I'll just run them. I wrote A is equal to 6, right? A, so it's printing out A is greater than 5. So in this way, just look the syntax, how the loops or how else and if else syntax, just to show you the syntax only, I'm just giving you. So I'll just go for like how to read the input in R. So in C, we used to write how read user input. So we have suppose there's a thread name, assign it as, we have a function called read lines. Read lines, we use this function prompt equal to enter the name and just let's write age read line from enter the age. So just let's write one just let's write if age is greater than or equal to 10, then curly bracket print as kids, else print adult. So let's just run it, okay, and then so it's showing here, see, and showing here in the command box, enter the name. So I'll just write my name Paul, then let's run this, enter the age, suppose let's just write 20, then I'll run this loop. It's showing kids. Wait, okay. age equal to 15. It's showing now other. So in this way, I'm just showing you how to how to read a user input in R. In R also you can use this read line prompt function to read an input. Then on this we have. Then we have a switch also switch. I'll show you switch statement. Switch. This allows a variable to be tested for equality against the list of the value. Okay, so I'll just give VTR vector C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are vector. Then let's give option. Let's just give read line. From enter the option. So let's switch statement switch. So it gives a suggestion also. See if I enter object then case action. I'll just delete this one. Switch. We have assign option, so I'll just write that is our case option. Option, comma. Then I have to give the switch case mean is equal to print mean of vector. Median. Comma. So let's just give another more case. Minimum. And close the bracket. So I'll just run this one with the vector. This is our vector. So let's run. Case enter the option. So I want to see the vector's mean. So I'll just write mean. Then I'll run this. So our mean is 3. So it's displaying 3. In that way, suppose if you assign option, just assign option equal to here. Option equal to minimum. I just run this loop. It's not taking. I, so in this way, you can run a switch. You can use switch also. Then we have a. Let's go for some loop, while loop, and other repeated. So let's just go for loops. Here in R we have a function called repeats. So sorry, repeats. Repeat. We have repeat. So it's just see we have the function. So it's auto suggesting. So just click repeat. In curly bracket, we'll just assign x equal to x power 2. Let's just write print print x print x if x is greater than, suppose let's just give some number 15. Then break. So we need to assign the x, right? So I'll just assign on top of it x is equal to 2. Let's just give. So 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 this loop it's running again and again unless if x is greater than x greater than 15. This way repeats also there. Then we have other, so we can go for while loops also. So let's go for another while. We have assigned 2, right? So while x is less than 100, x equal. I'm just showing you the syntax how. Let's just give x equal to, then print x. So I'm assigning x to, then while loop. So it is printing x to the power 2 while it is less than 100, while x is less than 100. So that is also one way of doing while loop. Then we have four also. Let's go for four, four, four. So if we just need it will show it. So we have to enter the variable name. It gives us suggestion the variable, then and vector. So this one I'll give variables as I. Then we have to assign a vector. So I'll just give the range 1 to 15. Okay, then we have this one, curly bracket, then if was I reminder pause. This is I added the 2. Equal to 0. So we have a function called next also next. What this next does is that it returns a value transferring the control within the loops. Means I keep on the loop ongoing while discarding the particular cycles. So I just run these loops. So, okay, let's print I. Okay. Wait, something is wrong. I in 15. I equal to 2 equal to 0. Okay, I have to put curly bracket here. Okay. Let's just copy and make it one new one.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this print I should be in the loop, na? After if next
Huh?
this print I line number 183, it should be in the loop, na? After
Yeah, yeah,
if.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Now I got it. I have make it. Yeah, it should be in the loop. It's out of the loop, so it's not printing correctly. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah, now it's printing. So next was what it does is it skip and go for next number. So it's printing the I. Yeah, that's all for today. The next class will continue with data visualization. That is drawing the pie chart, bar plot, histogram. Shall we
Excuse
end
me,
the
sir.
session? Yeah.
Sir, can you please resend this class 2 link?
What?
He
Sir,
wants
this.
thing. Just send it to the students. Common link.
Yes, sir.
That's what Subhash is asking. Already I told that he will send. Okay. This R is introduced here. See, further you need to explore. Many things are there. You need to explore further. So we introduced SQL, and now you are aware of R. And the people who is interested in Python can also learn Python. And after Paul's class, next class, there will be introduction to big data analytics tools and everything. Then we'll start move further. We'll do for the demonstration. Okay, Paul, your presentation was very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
He demonstrated.
You mean you want this link?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please send the students, Paul.
Okay, ma'am.
Just put it in that link itself. Resend it. Okay, then if nothing is there to ask, shall we end the session? Sign off?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, students.